Hi, friends, and welcome to a 30-minute gentle yoga class. I'm excited that you have chosen to take this time out of your schedule to take care of your bodies with some gentle movement and some breathing. Today, feel free to find a comfortable position sitting. We'll be here for just a moment before we get moving. So we can close our eyes, taking several deep breaths in and out. Notice how your belly gently presses out as you breathe in, and notice how your belly gently draws inward as you breathe out. Good. Continue to notice some relaxation through the neck and shoulder area as you continue with your breathing. Working to sit nice and tall through the spine. I invite you to check in with your body physically, starting with your head and neck area. And we'll make our way all the way down towards the legs. But we want to make sure that we're doing this physical body scan without judgment, without expectation, and just observation. So we notice our neck and shoulder area. We just check in. Let's notice our right arm and our left arm. Notice our spine as we trace a line from the neck all the way down towards our tailbone. Notice both hips, the right leg and the left leg. And I invite you to take a moment mentally to check in here too. Just notice how you're doing. Without judgment, just observe. Taking another big breath in and out. We can slowly let our eyes open. And let's go ahead and add some gentle arm movements. As we go through our class today, feel free to take any modifications that you would like to that work for your body. So for example, if you're taking care of a shoulder today, maybe as we take both arms overhead, maybe you choose to only take your arms to shoulder height. That's okay. So feel free to give yourself that permission to move within the ranges that works for your body. So we'll take a nice big breath in, reaching arms up overhead. Exhale, taking the arms back down towards the ground. And again, big breath in, feeling a nice tall spine here. Big breath out, arms down by your sides. Last time with us, big breath in. Exhale, arms can come down, reaching by your sides. Good. Let's take that right arm. We can reach it down towards the mat or the floor that we're sitting on. Left arm can reach up tall towards the ceiling. We're creating some nice openness through our side body here. If we'd like to, we can add a little bit of an overreach too here if that feels good. And then back to middle and down. Let's swap, taking the other arm up. Breath in. And if we'd like to add that overreach, we can, breathing out and breathing in. And back to middle. One more time, each side. Breath in, reaching arms up and over. Good. Swapping to the other side. Breath in, breath out. And arm comes back down. Good. From here, let's walk our arms forward as far as our back and hips allow us, releasing the neck. Maybe we feel a little gentle stretch here. Big breath in, big breath out. And then we can walk our arms over towards one side, creating a little stretch in a different part of our spine. Big breath in, big breath out. Back towards center with our arms, and then let's walk our hands towards the other side here too. Breath in and out. We may notice side-to-side differences here. That's fairly common. And then back towards center, and we can bring our arms back by our sides and on our legs. Good. Let's take a breath in. Sitting tall, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, palms together. Pull the shoulder blades down and together. Good. All right, from here, let's go ahead. We're going to transition onto hands and knees for a little bit of cat-cow. Feel free, if you need to grab a blanket for this portion to pad your knees, feel free to do that. That's totally fine. We can have a gentle or a blanket or a very soft small pillow underneath our knees too, if that would feel better. So moving into our cat-cow, on the inhale, we take the belly down towards the floor, and on the exhale, we're rounding the spine upward as we gently tuck our chin. So feel free to move at your own pace here. We're breathing in and we're breathing out. Noticing how your spine feels with the different movements. Again, it's okay to guard some of these movements if we prefer. Just as long as we're getting some gentle movement, we're having a positive effect. Good. Let's do one or two more of these. Feel free to, again, move at your own pace. Last time through, we can finish up with this one. And we find our middle ground again. Good. From here, let's take knees wide. And we're going to sit our hips back towards our heels, finding a child's pose. So with our child's pose, if we're taking care of hips or knees, maybe we choose to not sink back quite as far. We can always keep our hips a little higher. Or if we're taking care of shoulders, we can rest through our forearms here to make this feel a little bit less aggressive on the shoulders. So feel free to take the option that works for you, or you can reach those fingertips out and rest the forehead on the ground or the mat. Taking a nice big breath in and out here. Good, and then from here, let's rise back up, finding our hands and knees position. Then we'll tuck our toes under, and we're going to press up into our down dog. So in our down dog, our knees can be soft, and we're shifting the floor away from our hands, creating a nice spine and shoulder stretch. We can release tension through the neck here. Feel free to take a moment. If you'd like to pedal one heel and then the other towards the ground, you can do that, if that feels good. And then finding stillness here in our down dog position, we can slowly walk our feet forward towards our hands. When we run out of space, feel free to bend your knees and we press up through our feet equally. Nice big inhale. Exhale, palms together, pulling the shoulder blades together towards the spine and downward. Good. Let's move into a lunge from here. So we're going to step back with our right leg, finding a lunge position. Now this can become a little bit of a balance challenge too, so feel free if you need to grab a chair to have one close by. That's an option. Otherwise, we can keep our arms at heart center here, or we can take them overhead. Let's take a nice big breath in and out. On the exhale, maybe we let that back heel sink downward a little bit for a little bit more of a stretch in the back part of our leg or our calf area. Excellent. Taking arms now to heart center. We shift our body forward and let's step that leg forward. Nice big breath in. Reaching arms overhead. Exhale, bending the knees. Let's hinge forward at the hips towards the mat or the ground, releasing the neck. Good. Now bend the knees as we press tall again. Nice big inhale. We're going to add a little chair here. So we sit the hips back for our chair position. We can have the option of taking arms in front, overhead, or at heart center. So feel free to try a couple of these and see what works best and feels best on your body. And then back up to standing. Good. From here, let's step back with our other leg. So our left leg steps back. We find that lunge position. Nice big breath in and out. Sinking that back heel a little bit downward for the stretch. Finding our balance. Again, feel free to take hold of a chair if you'd like to. Arms can come to heart center. We're shifting our upper body forward and we step that back leg forward. Nice big breath in. Exhale, palms together, folding forward, hinging at the hips, reaching for the mat. Release the neck, bend the knees. Let's rise straight into our chair position here. Arms can be in this position or heart center. And then we come to standing. Now let's go ahead. We'll step back with our right leg. We're going to find our warrior one position. So in our warrior one position, that back heel is down, front knee is bent. Arms can stay at heart center, or we can take them up overhead. Either position, we want to make sure that we're releasing tension through our neck and shoulder area. Sometimes those shoulders want to creep up a little higher towards the ears, so we want to release them downward. Good. From here then, let's open up, finding our warrior two position. Terrific. So our front knee is bent and lined up right over that ankle. Back leg, or the other leg, is straight, and we're reaching fingertip to fingertip. Again, if we're taking care of shoulders, we can have those arms a little lower if that feels better. Nice big breath in and out. Good. From here, we're going to reverse the warrior, reaching for the knee that's straight. Now this top arm, feel free, it can take liberty, it can stay down by the side if we prefer, with that palm facing forward. Or we can reach it up and over. Good. Back towards our warrior two position here. Now let's find our side angle. We reach down towards the other side. Our elbow can rest on our thigh if we'd like to, or we can reach the arm down towards the mat. Now our other arm can be lifted towards the ceiling here, or we can keep it a little closer by our side, depending on what works. If we want more sensation of stretch, we can certainly take that arm, reaching it all the way over. Good. Now pressing through the foot to help us back upright, we find our warrior two position. Nice job. We can take arms to heart center here. Lifting that back heel, we pivot towards the front leg, taking a breath in and out. Let's step that leg forward. Nice big breath in, reaching arms overhead. Exhale, let's fold forward. Reaching towards the ground, releasing the neck area. Bending the knees, we rise back up. Nice big inhale. Exhale, palms together. Stepping the left leg back, we're going to find our warrior one. I'm going to go ahead and swap directions. You guys do not need to swap. This way the camera has a view of my working leg. So that back leg is down, back heel is down for our warrior one position. Arms in either position overhead or at heart center. Releasing tension through the neck and shoulder area. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, let's open this to find our warrior two position. Reaching fingertip to fingertip, creating a nice openness throughout our chest here. Breath in, breath out. Shoulders sink away from the ears. Let's reach now for that leg that's straight. Reversing our warrior. And back towards midline, warrior two. Down into our side angle. Again, we have options here. So we want to take that bottom arm and reach it towards the inner leg. We can rest the elbow on the thigh as an option too. And with the top arm, it can reach upward or it can reach over a little further. Either way, we want to continue to work to tuck the tailbone under here. Sometimes the tendency is to sit way back with our hips. And let's continue to work on tucking the tailbone under. It may mean that we don't go over as far, and that's okay. Good. We're pressing back up now, finding our warrior two position. Arms can come to heart center. Let's lift the back heel. We pivot towards forward facing. Let's step that back leg forward. Nice big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Reaching for the ground. Releasing the neck. Bending the knees. Let's rise back up again. Nice big inhale. Exhale, arms to heart center. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Let's take that left leg back, and we're going to find our warrior one position again with the back heel down. Let's take a little arm and chest stretch here. So taking our arms forward, we can slowly reach them to our sides like this. Now let's bend the elbows here. Good. Let's, in this position, draw our shoulder blades together as we lift the chest a little bit. Taking a breath in, and on the breath out, we can kind of round forward with our upper spine and our neck. So let's take a little bit of movement to loosen up that area. Breath in, breath out. And you may be noticing a little bit of a balance challenge here too. So we are working on strengthening in that lower body as we're working our upper body. Beautiful. One more time, breath in, lifting, breath out, rounding. And now let's take arms to heart center. We can step that back leg forward. Nice big breath in, reaching arms upward. Exhale, folding forward, bending the knees slightly, hinging at the hips, releasing the neck. Bend the knees. Let's rise back up. Nice big inhale. Exhale, arms to heart center. And we'll do this on the other leg. I'm going to turn, but you guys do not need to switch directions. Just switch your leg. So now we'll take the right leg behind, finding our warrior one. Good. And let's move into our stretching on this side. So we open our arms and we're bending our elbows, lifting through the chest. Breath in, rounding. Breath out. Feel free to move at your own pace here. Breath in. Breath out. Let's go a couple more times with this. Terrific. Finding arms at heart center. We'll shift our body forward. Let's step that back leg in. Nice big inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Releasing the neck. Bending the knees. Let's rise back up. Nice big inhale. Arms to heart center. Terrific. From here, we can go ahead and take our arms, interlacing them behind us if they reach. If not, we can reach for the back wall. So with our arms interlaced, we work to open through the chest here. If it works to lift the arms away from the body, we can do that. So we're taking a nice big inhale, pulling the shoulders away from our ears, and exhale, letting our arms sink closer to our body a little bit. Good. So we're breathing in, opening through the chest, and breathing out. A little bit of an in and out motion for this stretch. One more time. Breath in and breath out. Terrific. Feel free to release the arms, doing a couple shoulder shrugs and rolls just to release tension through that area. From here, we're going to move into a pyramid stretch. So with our pyramid stretch, we can take one leg forward and one leg back. In this position, we're walking our way down towards the ground here, finding a gentle stretch in the back part of our thigh area. If that ground feels like it's too far away, we can always rest on a chair or couch or some other surface that's a little bit higher to allow us to be supported. We're breathing in and out. Good. Let's step that back leg forward now. We're bending the knees. We rise back up just to allow our head to clear for a moment, arms to heart center. Let's step back with the other leg now. So we're going to swap legs, repeating this on the other side, walking our way down to either the couch or the floor or a piece of furniture, whatever feels good here to support us. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we step forward with that back leg, bending at the knees. Nice big inhale, reaching arms up overhead. Exhale, arms down through heart center. Good. From here, we're going to move into a little bit more balance work. If you would like to have a chair handy or hold on to a wall for any of this work, that's okay. Feel free to support yourself as you need to. We'll root through our left leg, taking arms to heart center, finding a nice upright, tall spine. Good. From here, I invite you to feel all parts of your left foot engage with the floor or the surface that you're standing on. We feel the outer hip also engage and tighten. Our core is active. Now we have a nice, solid standing leg, allowing us to lift our other leg. Again, we can hold on to something here for this tree pose if we prefer. We're finding a nice calm breath as we're holding this tree pose. If we'd like to, we can take both arms up overhead here, releasing shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in, breathing out. And we can take our arms back to heart center, lowering our leg that's lifted. Good. Feel free to shake out that standing leg, do some circles, and we'll on the ankle. Now we'll shift over to the other side. Again, use your supports as you would like to, finding a nice solid base through that standing foot and the outer hip and the core and lifting through the chest. Now we're lifting the left leg. Breathing in, breathing out. If you'd like to take the arms up, you may. Good, and then from here, we can take arms back down to heart center, and we can lower that left leg back down. Nice big breath in, reaching arms overhead. Let's do a forward fold here, a slight bend in the knees, hinging at the hips, releasing the neck downward and the hands downward. We bend the knees and we press back upright. Nice big inhale, arms back to heart center. Good. Now let's go ahead and do another tree pose on each leg. So rooting through our right leg, we find our nice solid base. Let's lift the left leg. We'll try a different arm position here if we choose. So if you'd like to, you can try some goalpost arms where the elbows are bent and we're drawing our shoulder blades together and down our spine, creating a nice openness through the chest area. Good. We want to make sure that those shoulders are not creeping up to the ears. So we're bringing the shoulders downward and we're breathing all at the same time. Good. Arms can come to heart center and let's swap again to the other side. Now taking a nice solid base to our left leg, we lift the right leg. Breathing in, breathing out. As we're ready, if we choose, we can take our arms into these goalpost arms. Breathing in, breathing out, finding our balance here. We'll take a couple more breaths here. And then arms can come together back to heart center. And we lower our lifted leg. Good. From here, let's take a big breath in, reaching arms overhead. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips, releasing through the neck area. Bend the knees. Let's rise back up. Nice big inhale. Exhale, arms down to heart center. Good. From here, let's go ahead. We're going to make our way a little closer towards the ground. So we can just bend the knees. Let's walk our way down towards the ground, and we can walk into a down dog position here. Finding a nice down dog, bending the knees slightly so we're pressing the floor away from our hands. Our hips are shifted back. Creating that shoulder and spine stretch, maybe a little pulling down the back of each leg. And we can lower knees down towards the ground. Good. And then let's go ahead. We're going to transition right away on towards our back. And so if you want to sweep the legs around in front of you, make your way onto your back, however works for you. Okay. And now on our back, what we'll do is we'll take the right leg out straight. The left knee we can draw in towards our chest. Crossing that left knee over our body now, we can take the left arm out to the side with a palm facing upward, okay? So we're creating this nice gentle stretch around the outer left hip, maybe also in the front part of that left shoulder area. If we're not feeling much sensation of stretch through the shoulder area, we can slide that arm, that left arm, we can slide it on the floor a little closer towards our ear until we feel that Stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, working to release tension in this area. Using our exhale to soften and allow the tissues to respond. Now we slowly draw our leg back to midline. Let's go ahead. We can take both knees in towards our chest here. Should feel kind of nice. And a little side-to-side rocking to release the low back. Now we take the left leg out straight, and the right leg can come across our body. And we're taking that right arm out towards the side here. Again, if we're not feeling too much stretch in the shoulder area or the front of the chest, we can take that arm and slide it a little closer towards our ear. So feel free to move into this stretch as far as it works and feels comfortable for our body. Using our breathing to allow us to relax. A nice long exhale. Good. From here, we can take our knee back to midline. Our arm can come in. Let's go ahead and we can take both knees in towards our chest for a nice gentle knee to chest hug. Maybe a little side to side rocking here if that feels good. Now placing one leg at a time on the ground, we can move into a little bridge here. Taking our arms by our sides, we lift at the hips, pressing through our feet. Now, if we'd like more of a stretch through our shoulder area, we can take our hands and interlace them underneath us. Walking our shoulder blades together underneath us allows us to create a little bit more of that shoulder stretch in the front part of our shoulders. And if that doesn't work to interlace our arms, feel free to just have them on either side, but down underneath us a little bit. And I think we'll still be able to feel a little bit of a stretch here. Good, now we can lower back down slowly. Let's do a gentle side-to-side knee rock, just to release any tension through that low back. From here, let's take feet together and knees wide for our butterfly stretch. I like to involve the arms here, so we'll take both arms out towards the sides with the palms upward. Now we have a great position to work on some diaphragmatic breathing. As we breathe in, gently feel the belly rise. As we breathe out, the belly lowers. Feel free to breathe at your own pace here, noticing the movement of the belly as we work to allow the legs to relax against gravity, allowing those inner thighs to stretch, allowing the shoulders to stretch. Now, if we'd like to, we can take our arms and reach them overhead here too, reaching towards the opposite end of the room, palms facing each other. Breath in, breath out. And then we can take our arms back down by our sides as we draw our knees towards each other. I invite you to do some gentle side-to-side rocking here with the knees. And then let's go ahead and we'll make our way into a position for our final Shavasana. We can have knees bent or we can have knees straight as we lie on our back. Feel free to stay in this position. I'm going to sit up as it's easier for me to deliver and talk sitting than it is lying down. So you guys go ahead and stay lying down here with your eyes closed. Knees can be bent or knees can be straight. Let's draw our awareness back towards our breath. Working to see if we can slow down our exhale compared to our inhale. We take this moment to check in with our bodies again, physically noticing how we're feeling without judgment, and mentally noticing how we feel without judgment. We take this opportunity to find the space that our body needs to be still and to notice. We notice the air as it enters our nasal passages and our deep throat, and as it exits our body. From here, I invite you to feel free to stay a little bit longer with your diaphragmatic breathing if you would like to. I thank you all so much for joining me for this 30-minute gentle yoga class today. Namaste.